my last firelighting in this little pouch here is, you might think that's a lot of firelighting, but at least you've got all the options and it fits in the side. It doesn't weigh a lot, so I choose to take it. You don't have to choose to if you don't want to. I've got the old flint and striker. I've got a piece of flint that works well with this at the minute. Obviously you make your sparks off of that. In there, char cloth, which you hold on there, light that char, get that char cloth going. Then in here I've got jute twine, which is waterproofed in this little camera case. Jute twine, strip that down, makes excellent tinder. You got yourself a fire with that little package there, the old way. That's it for that pocket. This pocket, we've got some paracord. Obvious what that's for. This is mainly a shelter pocket, I think. More paracord. Tie wraps, that's what I call them because I'm an electrician. I think you call them what you want, cable ties, zip ties, but yeah, shelter building, excellent, repairs, things like that. Then I've got a space blanket, foil blanket. You can use that to reflect heat from your fire, wrap it around your body, loads of things. Well, those things really. And then I've got an orange survival bag. Getting that keeps you nice and warm and dry. Well, keep your body heat in. Then I've got a condom, water collection. Then I have a sponge, bit of cut sponge which is kept waterproof. This is excellent for water collection. Obviously you put it on leaves. This is a last resort thing, but you put that on leaves. The next morning when it's got dew and stuff like that, soaks up all the moisture. Squeeze it into your mouth. Got some water. Some more paracord. An emergency poncho. That can obviously be opened up. Obviously I've got the poncho on the bottom. You lost that, you got another one. It's nice to have a lot of ways of doing things. Then large bin bag for collecting leaves for your debris shelter. I don't know if this would be strong enough. You might get some water in there. Obviously you can use that as a shelter as well. Many things. Right, now we get to the main section of the bag. This bag is fully loaded and that's the way I like it. I've got an army ration. This is mainly food in here. So we've got, so far we've had water covered, purification tabs are in here, we've had tools, fire, shelter. Now we get onto the food. This is an army ration rice pudding. Obviously great for energy. Nice bit of a morale booster. Then orange bandana. Got this from America off eBay. It's very useful because it has little survival instructions. Obviously you've got the SAS book, but this has got survival instructions. Blaze orange, so you lay that out as a marker panel. You also use this to pre-filter your water before purifying. You could use it as a sling, you could use it as a bandana, obviously sweatband. That's that. Then I have a mini flare kit. Now someone got me this from somewhere. I don't think you can buy these, but if you can get hold of one, they're excellent. Mini flare kit. They're better than the civilian ones. You got the pen there, screws in, and then you got 9 of these. 2, 4, 6, 8. Sorry, not 9. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, you got 8 of them. It's the civilian one that has 8, but this is an army issue one. And yeah, that's an excellent bit of kit to have in for obviously signalling when you're down somewhere. This is going to get you rescued. Nice bit of kit. Get hold of one of them. Obviously you suggest that in the book as well. Right, next up, tissue paper. Handy in a survival situation. I would think personally you could start fires with that, and obviously hygiene. I wouldn't, if I, it doesn't weigh anything. I had the room for it, so I can keep my arse clean. Next one is a 12-hour tallow candle. Obviously illumination, fire lighting, and it's tallow, so you can eat that in an emergency. You can eat that, and fat is one of the hardest things to get hold of in the wild, so you've got a lot of animal fat there. Lovely. You can cook with it as well if you get some game, you want to cook, got a mess tin there. This is a mini strobe with the battery turned round, obviously. Again for signalling, mini strobe. Then mini maglite style torch, batteries turned round. I've got spare batteries for this, we'll get into it in a minute. Then we come to this little tin, little Altoids tin. It's got a Ranger band round it. Some electrical insulation tape, which I've got loads of, so I'd sometimes, if I've got room, I'll put a little bit of leftovers, like where I've been using it at work, I can get small reels like that, I'll chuck a bit of that in there as well, electrical tape. But in this tin, I've got a couple of plastic bags, some cotton wool. I think I've got £20 in £2 and £1 coins, because obviously this goes in my car as well. Bug out bag, I think the Americans call it. I'm not sure what. I don't know where bug out bag comes from, but I like the idea of it. It's if you need it in emergency. So there's money in there. There's a mini multi-tool. There's 2 batteries for the mini torch. There's a pen. There's a pencil. There's also a mini super glue that can be used to repair cuts. Obvious what super glue's for, lots of things. Not for super gluing your shelter together, obviously, that won't work. Not that I've tried that. And then yeah, so you've got money. Cotton wool just stops it all from rattling about in there, but obviously can also be used to light your fire. So this is, in a way, a little mini survival tin, but that goes in there just to keep everything organised. Then in this Jack Daniels tin here is my brew kit. I like to keep it in this tin so it doesn't all get squashed up and things leak out and all the rest of it. In the brew kit I've just got a couple of chocolates, small chocolates, 2 penguin bars, because I've found when these melt they seem to stay in the packaging quite well, but yeah, 2 penguin bars, obvious for energy. I've got some high energy sugar sweets in there, more energy. Oxo cubes, beef stock cubes, make a tasty Bovril type drink out of that. 2 Werther's original toffees, some sugar, a coffee. Now Lofty Wiseman always says don't bother with coffee or hot chocolate, things like that, because it aggravates the thirst, whereas tea quenches it, but that's just a nice treat to have in there, give you a bit of energy as well. Plastic spoon, folding spork, some of that stuff, the gel absorber stuff, just to keep stuff moisture free. Then in here I've got a folding cup, plastic folding cup, obviously for drinking the tea in. That's got tea bags, bit of sugar, milk whitener, stuff like that in it. Water purification tablets, a load of them, obvious what they're for. Hot chocolate, again more of a treat, but if you're in a survival situation, you've got no food, car breaks down in the snow, something like that, it's handy to have. Then right in the bottom I've got a Go electrolyte, carbohydrate energy fuel with electrolytes. Now if you're dehydrated, especially when you're travelling in the east or something like that, you're dehydrated, these sort of things are handy. Or if you've been building a shelter all day, you haven't had much water, you mix that in with your water and that will rehydrate you, stuff like that. It's carbohydrate as well. So that's the brew kit.